What's going on, people? Finally got to talk to Three Dog. He told us he knew where Dad was, and to get that information, we need to do a favor for him first. Help him fight his good fight on the radio, keeping the Wasteland informed of the news, which there can't be a lot of news, you know. News flash for the day, people died. News flash for tomorrow, more people died. War never changes, right? But we could have squeezed that information out of him, passed a speech check, and he would have told us exactly where Dad went, and then he'd have kind of asked us, but hey, I really need a favor type thing. You know, but I really wouldn't miss this for the world. This leg of the whole GNR adventure, trying to find Dad and stuff, this is one of my favorite parts of the game, honestly. Not that I have a unfavorite part of the game, I guess. You'll probably hear me say that a lot. But this brings back memories, you know. First time I played when I didn't know where to go, and I didn't really know exactly what the story was and stuff, and coming through here and working my way through the wastes to get down into the subway tunnel again, you know, as if it wasn't creepy enough the first time. Then we get to go back there again and work our way towards the mall. You can see the Washington Monument off there in the distance. We eventually have to get a satellite dish and take a ride to the top of that thing, which is cool. I actually enjoy that. And then repair it and make our way back, and then he'll tell us where Dad is. Anyway, I don't mind following out the story kind of the way it's supposed to go, I guess you could say, or designed to go. I mean, we already cheated, essentially, and made a quick cut to Rivet City, which is fine. I mean, you can do anything in any order you want, but story-wise, it's kind of like, well, you're supposed to go to Rivet City later. You're either going to discover it through the Wasteland Survival Guide, or you're going to discover it doing this favor for Three Dog, eventually. One way or the other. But, yeah, we've already made a trip there. Anyway, that's where we'll eventually be heading. But for right now, I want to go ahead and do this leg of the journey, because this is really cool. Notice I had to do the mandatory chain reaction down in the collapsed car tunnel. Had to do this. Kill a few roving ghouls that were wandering around down here, and just see the big kaboom. It's never a waste of a mini nuke when you can get about 50 cars to blow up. Alright, these guys sometimes have a little ammo or a few caps on them. Alright, notice a little symbol painted next to the door. It's kind of a very rough, loose guide on which way to go and which door to take. Sometimes there's several different ways you can go, and you can wind up essentially on the other side of the wasteland. I can't tell you how many times I thought I was taking the right tunnel, and when I finally just gave up and found the nearest exit and got out of there, I was in someplace I'd never been before. And really, how awesome is that, you know? Alright, we should have a crap ton of ghouls in this area right here. So I can't throw them quite far enough. Now I can see why they put the perk in New Vegas where you can throw grenades farther. Because that's an issue here. I mean, I'm no NFL quarterback, but I can throw a grenade farther than that. I mean, seriously. Oh well. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to set off this bus and just create another big kaboom. If anyone remembers the old Warner Brothers Bugs Bunny character, the one who always wanted to create a big earth-shattering kaboom, but he could never find, what was it, the space detonator? Marvin the Martian, I think his name was. Anyway. How awesome is that? That's what I'm talking about. Alright, looks like we probably got some stragglers. It's amazing this thing could take a nuclear blast from a bus to the face and still walk around the corner just limping, looking for a fight. Dudes are nasty, man. Alright, I think there may be a door that leads to a little side tunnel back there that probably leads to an ammo stash or two. I'm not going to worry too much about it. And probably find a reaver or two back there. And that's just a big waste of ammo. Alright, so let's make a little progress. Start working our way towards believe it's called the mall, is what we're looking for. Taking a trip to the mall, going shopping. That's absolutely. Once again, now listen to that ambient music in the background. I've always loved that and been creeped out by it at the same time. I mean, it's amazing. They play that down here, and it just adds the whole feel of the creepiness. Seriously. Let's see if I can get this right. Hey, what? Well, even a blind dog finds a bone every once in a while.
Security protocol.
Okay, now I activated this robot. This is actually really funny. It's kind of chill, and don't give away your presence. This is well, you'll see. This is hilarious. I'll try to catch some of their dialogue here. I'll try to hide off over here where no one can see me. This is funny.
I was thinking, and it hurt my head.
Tickets, please.
Stupid robot.
No entry without tickets. Please present your tickets.
Let's rip off its arms.
Unauthorized Metro. Use detected. Target list acquired.
Silly robot. Smash it.
Okay, so you got a robot asking a couple super mutants for tickets. And that one dude, he says, "Oh my gosh, I was thinking, and it hurt." Oh wow, okay, he turned hostile on me. Oh, so much for that, I guess. Anyway, I thought that was hilarious. Asking a couple super mutants for their tickets. And so here we go again. New tunnel to explore. We'll see what new ghouls and raiders and super mutants and what have you it's got in store for us. There's a map of the lines. You can actually notice at the very top of that one, what is it, the white line? You see Tacoma. That's where one of the super mutants is. I was trying to remember the name of that place the other day. It's one of the behemoths is that. And you've got a behemoth in the Capitol building. You have a behemoth out at Jury Street. And you have a behemoth in Evergreen Mills, trapped in a cage. And we already killed one, obviously getting to GNR, and that would be your trophy or achievement for all of them. Which I got that long ago. I probably won't be chasing down all the behemoths, but just a little FYI. I'll take that. Sneak attack to your face. Probably a pretty good supply of ammo and guns to be found here. I think I'm going to keep a few 10mm submachine guns in my back pocket in case I ever decide to play around with Sydney's submachine gun. Assuming we get around to doing that whole thing, going and stealing the Declaration of Independence. It's definitely a side thing. It's not something that's mandatory. But also, I don't know how far we'll chase out the thing with, helping the slaves restore the Lincoln Memorial and all that. That's a little bit of an adventure in and of itself. Lots and lots of ghouls to fight to get the stuff they need, and then work your way through the mall, and then clear out the Lincoln Memorial itself if you choose to do it that way. I think you can actually turn over the slaves too. I think you can give them up. I don't know. Don't know that we'll mess with it either way. Make it around to it. I mean, we at least essentially got it started. We'll be around the mall anyway. doing stuff. If we're going to do the whole Declaration of Independence, we need to go do Riley's Rangers first, because there's a holotape that you find on a bed in a hotel you have to go through for that whole thing. You have to go through like a hotel and a hospital. And you give that holotape to Sydney later. You know, if you do, of course, the whole stealing the Declaration last, then you can talk to Sydney, give her the holotape, and you get her SMG. Actually, there's kind of a glitch where you can get as many copies of her SMG as you want. Great source of caps and what have you. I don't know, you know. But anyway, you give her the holotape, and she gives you the her Ultra SMG. I think it holds like 50 rounds per clip. An extra 10 rounds per clip, and degrades a little bit slower and has a little bit higher damage. It's like any other upgraded version of weapon in the game. It seems like Elder Lions has an upgraded version of the laser pistol. Not sure about the laser rifle. You've got A321's plasma rifle. You've got the Vengeance Gatling laser, which is a little upgraded version of the regular Gatling laser. And the Xuanlong assault rifle, Chinese assault rifle, which is, of course, upgraded Chinese assault. Anyway, just there's like an upgraded version of pretty much everything. And you know what? I'm going to take advantage of free heals right here. There's the terrible shotgun. I'll probably be going for that. We're going to make our way to Evergreen Mills one way or another. I think maybe we might stop by the National Guard Armory first and grab the experimental, what is it, MIRV? I think it's called. Anyway, it like shoots multiple mini nukes at once. It's like a shotgun mini nuke launcher or something. Anyway, we might take that with us to Evergreen Mills. Wait till nighttime if I can remember when we get there. If I don't, sorry, but if I don't do it, you got to try it for yourself. Take the MIRV to Evergreen Mills and work your way up around the sides of the cliff, because Evergreen Mills is like a big bowl with a raider base inside of it. Sit up on the edge of the bowl, wait till nighttime, and then shoot your MIRV down into the dead center of it, and just watch all your nukes go off at night. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Yeah, that's something I would recommend to anybody. I think dog's gonna take care of him. Yeah, dog meat's got him. Alright, I'm not even gonna worry about him over there. Let me go grab everybody's stuff. I'm not trying to shoot his gun, I'm trying to shoot his face. Okay, so like if you look at this whole area down here, I think the basic story is raiders have got their little spot down here, loosely. They don't have an actual, I guess you could say, base or camp set up necessarily. But they've got their spot down here, and they're basically defending it against ghouls. See dead ghouls lying around. You come across raiders fighting it out with ghouls. And so that's kind of the story for this particular tunnel. And these are the struggles that are just from day to day in the wasteland. You're going to see me drop off in my inventory quite a bit. The more stuff you want to keep, obviously the more stuff you have to carry and start making decisions. It helps when you're able to consolidate a lot of the gear. Especially once your repair skill is really high, you can get two almost fully fixed weapons. In fact, once your repair skill is at 100, you can take 2 fully repaired guns, shoot one like one time, and use it, and use the fully repaired one to repair that one. I mean, it's literally 100%. If there's anything wrong with your weapon whatsoever, you can use just about anything to fix it. And all right, how did I miss the? Maybe my dog triggered it. The tripwire. I was looking for the tripwire here. Obviously there was one because it dropped the grenade bouquet, but I wouldn't have minded those grenades, honestly. Oh well, whatever. Yeah, see, you got raiders fighting it out with ghouls, obviously. Hardly see anything. Somebody just turned the lights on down here. We good? We're good. Okay, I want my cyborg perk. I probably won't drop much more into medicine after that. That's something I would have normally inched my way towards earlier. Before, I probably would already had this perk a little earlier and stuff. There's some things that I didn't drop stats into that I normally would have. You're a little bit limited with a lower intelligence, but not much. It's a difference of a few points per level. I mean, whoop-de-doo-dah. Notice by the time we get to level 20, the stuff that we really want to be, you know, up there, will be. It's really not an issue. And I'll tell you what, without the DLC, let's just say the level cap was just 20, some of those perks that I spent on, things like, you know, intense training or stuff, for those of you that would spend one of those perks maybe on one that gives you some extra skill points in something, maybe tag, you know, just get solid 15 points to one thing in particular, you know, things like that. Pick a few of those on those in-between levels where you really don't have a combat, offense or defense perk to really pick. Then even with a level cap of 20 and a low INT, you're easily going to get the skills you want maxed out. And then you're still going to wind up putting points in stuff that you really don't care about. To me, it really seems like when people pick the perks for extra skill points, it's just a lack of patience. It's just saying, oh, I want this to be at 80 instead of 75 now, instead of next level. But just chill a little bit. Just wait a little bit. It'll get there, right? Unless you're just struggling. Unless you feel your gun skill is just so low that you can't win any fight against any enemy. Well, then maybe it's time to turn down the difficulty a little bit until, you know, you get a little more comfortable with the game and, you know, get some things under your belt. I know it's hard for people to admit, but the fact that the first time you put the disc in the box, maybe you don't know every single thing about the game the first time you load it. I mean, there may actually be some kind of learning curve. And I found that what I give you guys in my particular builds and ideas with the game, not like this is necessarily the hardest game in the world anyway, right? But anyone looking for build suggestions that's gone and look at build videos, that's a lot of playthroughs, accumulated experience with the game, and then looking back and saying, you know, these are things that at the end of the road, I look back and I go, I really didn't need that. And then this is something I wish I had earlier type thing. And so, and other things that in the overall balance of the game really just don't make a difference. Things like charisma. At some point, unless there's a particular thing you want to do in the game from a role-playing aspect, dealing with children and stuff like that, and some perks that are related to that. If that's the way you're going with it, then you know what you're looking for, right? But for just with the playing through the game, getting most of the speech checks and this and that and blah, blah, blah. Now, the way I'm playing now without any saves, just if I fail a speech check, I fail it. Well, with my charisma being really low and having put nothing into speech up to this point, of course it's going to be almost impossible to pass any speech checks. Even some of the easier ones are still going to be hard, you know. The ones that could very easily be 100% success rate or 90% success rate, I'm finding them still being like 20 and 30 because I have nothing in speech or whatever. I'm slowly throwing some points in now, you know, because since we're doing it that way, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to have to pass some of these. So it's points that I wouldn't be putting into other stuff. But there is always the option to save before a speech check that you want to pass, and then just keep trying till you get it, you know. I would have thought that maybe a lot of players might do that, take advantage of you know, their saves and stuff. But apparently, I may be wrong on that. Maybe there are a lot of players who really go for the pure roleplay aspect of it, where if someone dies, they're dead. If you miss a speech check or piss somebody off or accidentally shoot someone in the face or you know, get caught stealing from a merchant, well, then you just gotta just suffer that. I get it. That's cool, actually. Brings a bit of realism. For me, as far as just general gameplay go, there's certain things which I guess just from a convenience factor, speech checks that you pass just to sometimes make things a little easier. Cut out a few steps, maybe in a quest or something, stuff like that. The extra guns and items, I really couldn't care less about, but some of the just like I say, from a convenience standpoint, I guess when I'm playing for myself, once you've done something a few times, it gets a little old, and it's like, okay, you know, rather than go through this, and this, I could just get this done right here and then move on and go do something a little bit more fun. Oh well. Anyway, either way. Whatever your concept or play style is, it's all good. That's what it's all about, actually. Right, so we're almost to the mall, I believe. This little dog ambush, I think they're guarding a door over there that should hide some ammo and meds they can actually really use. If you thought a couple thousand rounds of 5.56 ammo was a lot, it's not. Run through that really fast, actually. Oh, how many dogs are over here? Damn. And what have they been feeding off of? You know, I don't want to know. Never mind. Just forget it. I don't want to know. If you see me at points not hacking a computer that I could hack or not picking a lock that I could pick and stuff, you know, I'm fully aware that you can hack a computer and not disengage a lock on a safe, then hack the safe, or vice versa. Just pick the safe and then turn around and hack the computer afterwards or whatever. There's ways to double up the XP you get on a lot of stuff. I've been avoiding some of those things because leveling is not an issue. On very hard, you get too much extra XP as it is. 50% extra XP, you can well, you can out-level the story. I mean, you can get to you can reach max level before you're even done with stuff, you know, things like that. It's nice, for me, it's nice in Fallout for levels to still mean something. That's another big reason I really like lowering the intelligence, is if everything's at 100 at level 10, you're done. I mean, that's it. You know, if everything that you're actually going to use is already maxed out by the time you're level 10 or 12 or something like that, then what's the point of leveling anymore? You get some perks and stuff. I mean, you're already... I mean, then after that, you just start throwing points into trash stuff. I like being around level of 20 or even higher and still thinking, okay, I can still use some points in this, I can still use some points in that. I like that. I like levels actually meaning something. That adds a lot to the gameplay for me. Leveling has always been a huge thing with me in RPGs. It's fun. Picking my point. Even if I know damn well where I'm going to put it, the thing is, I get to put it there, you know? I guess there's just a certain reward in that in and of itself. Alright, nice little painting there on the wall. A little GNR symbol, or Brotherhood of Steel symbol, whatever. So we're still going the right direction. And we got more raiders. Guess this is their last line of defense against the ghouls. Good boy. Make sure he's not hurt or anything like that. Nice to check every once in a while, make sure he's alright. Your loyal buddy. There's a skill book around here. There it is. Alright, well, trying not to miss any ammo boxes and stuff, but, I'm sure I'll just walk right over things every once in a while. Just not seeing them. I think he's stuck. I think he's stuck. God, man. There we go. I love this gun. Like I say, being able to aim down the sights in Fallout 3, that's just worth its weight in gold in and of itself. Like I say, even if the gun sucks, which some people really think it sucks, I can't even let those words really come out of my mouth. This gun is awesome. It sounds cool, fires cool, looks cool. Yeah, it's definitely the shizzle. I don't know what's up here. I know we've got a few raiders. It's a little mini camp here. Getting one shot would have been nice. Wow. I believe sniper rifles get a lot more effective once your gun skill is 75. It gets a lot less wobbly, and I'm not sure how that actually factors into all the damage, other than just your gun skill being higher. I don't know if that plays into, you know, some threshold where the sniper actually just starts doing more base damage in and of itself also. I've really paid a whole lot of attention to that. I just know it's a small gun, and the higher the skill, the better it works. That's enough for me. Some games it's a good idea to crunch the numbers, and this one it's still pretty simple. Don't cry now, bitch. Weren't crying when you were killing all those people and hanging them from the ceiling and leaving their chopped up bodies on mattresses and all that other freaky crap. Right, so I'm not worried about things like, I don't know, vodka, cartons of cigarettes and crap like that. I'm not really trash loot. I need to really conserve weight for weapons, really. More creepy music, different kind of creepy music going on in the background. I think that's the first music you hear when you walk into the Super Duper Mart. Very first play of the game, that music right there. Ah, the memories. Alright, should be a few more ammo boxes up here. Good deal, good deal. Now, sensor modules are an exception, because that is ammo, basically. I'll waste a pound or two of weight on sensor modules, because I can go trade those in. Scrap metal, of course, any kind of laser type stuff. Notice that the guy will not trade for tri-beam laser rifles, which are a DLC item, basically. When you get broken steel, they come with basically with the super mutant overlords. That's who you usually see carrying them. Not saying no other enemies can have them, but that's usually where you see them. Okay, it's fixing to be on right here. This is usually a pretty nasty ambush. I might even get out the old fat man and spend my last few mini nukes here. But it's worth a quick addiction to get a little extra damage, maybe a little extra damage resistance, and anything else I can use. God, I love that, man. Mini nuke to the face. In what other game can you put a mini nuke in someone's face? Oh, so badass. Alright. Okay, well, he doesn't have mini nukes, but that might as well be a mini nuke as far as I'm concerned. Well, I don't have enough AP points, and I can't trust my trajectory on this thing either. Wow, nice shot, dude. Pretty good targeting with that thing, asshole. And it's gonna fall short, isn't it? Yep, sure is. I don't even think that hurt him. Wow, okay, that was a complete waste. Alright, so we're gonna say screw that. I don't know who put it this way, but someone said that it's swarming with super mutants, and they were not exaggerating. There are a lot of these assholes down here. Super mutants are funny. I'm wounded. Oh, that hurts. Alright. This dude with the missile launcher really needs to go. I think he can target me right here. Of course, he could shoot it off to the side of me, I guess. Hurt me like he did last time. That was actually pretty slick. For stupid lumbering super mutant, that was actually pretty smart. Damn. Okay, I might actually play with the minigun here for a minute too, just because. Shoot, why not? Give them a taste of their own medicine. Actually, with no real big gun skill, I won't be effective at all with this thing, but it's too much fun. Sometimes you just have to have a little minigun in your life. You know what I'm saying? Alright, now down here, there's a bunker. And I know there's a skill book in it. So, since I know it's right there and I'm right next to it, I might as well go get it. Clear out about 5 dozen more of these brutes, and then make our way down there. As cool as this gun is, notice it degrades pretty quickly. I'm wondering if a higher repair skill slows down the degrading of weapons a little bit. It seems like it might. It probably won't make that much of a difference. Nothing really noticeable necessarily. Get a few extra rounds off before you have to repair a gun anyway. You know, something like that, but I don't know. Thinking that might be the case. As I say that, there's probably something in the description of the skill itself that says, oh, repaired weapons degrade slower. You know, there's probably something that says that specifically. I don't know. I'm not sitting here looking at it right now, so... There'd be completely different tactics if I didn't have Dogmeat here. If I didn't have someone to essentially tank for me, there'd be a lot more, well, land-based explosives, for one. Lots of mines and things like that. We could go that route with it. I like the whole traveling with my dog thing. Plus, it makes things a little faster. Some of these battles where one enemy may take thousands of points of damage. I mean, literally thousands and thousands. Reavers and overlords and stuff, not to mention these masters and brutes, and then you get enough of them stacked together. Considering a lot of their stuff that they're using on you, they can either one or two shot you or kill you really, really fast. You get point blank range with a minigun and you're good for about 2 seconds, and that's about it. Type of thing. So there's a lot more tactical, like laying out a lot more mines, drawing enemies, kiting a lot more and stuff like that. I'm not a big fan of all that. That tends to make fights tedious. Kind of like soloing in a game like Dragon Age Inquisition. It's just a lot of kiting. And 5-minute fights sometimes take 30, 40 minutes because you're drawing out an enemy at a time and trying to exploit the enemy's lack of AI or a certain zone where the enemy can't leave. And they'll always turn around and head back, so you stay just outside that zone and snipe them and all that type of stuff. Just no. Just say no. There's different games, things like, Dark Souls or stuff, where, other than bringing in co-op players, you are playing it by yourself, right? And you got to, do your thing and figure out ways to, get past certain challenges, based on your wits, it's just you. But a game where they offer companions like this, it's convenience. Solo is doable, it's just, it's a whole different mindset. A whole different, approach to the game, I guess. And lots of different kinds of other weapons and stuff. Even you can still do it with small guns, but there's going to be explosives involved. There will be explosions. When you play solo, there is going to be the big kaboom. Absolutely. Bottle cap mines are just lifesaver, and nuka grenades also. Alright, figured since we were standing right here, we might as well discover that place. That's where we'll eventually meet Sydney and go steal the Declaration of Independence and a few other things like the Bill. I think the Bill of Rights is there, and, something else. Bill of Rights, Declaration... Don't remember. Don't remember what all you can get there. Find a couple things, though. Turn them all in for rewards with the guy back there at Rivet City. Or keep them for yourself for souvenirs. You can do that too. Put them up in your house for decoration. There we go. That's what that would have dropped on our face had we triggered that wire there. Glad we found that one. I don't know if there's necessarily a way to get away from those grenades once they fall on you down here in this hole. Alright. Well, the super mutants have been down here too. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, tell me how it feels. Big old bitch. You like that? Like that? Have a taste of my minigun. Oh, these things are awesome. I have like no ammo for this thing. Oh well. Okay, well that was fun while it lasted. Now I could grab this dude's minigun and re-up a little bit. I'm not gonna worry about it. I just wanted to say I used it once. I'm done with that. Actually, I'm probably gonna drop off the minigun I'm carrying because it's not worth its weight in caps. It's really not. And it's not something I'm gonna be using, so. Tell you what, get your big gun skill up. Alright? And get everything it might factor into big guns working for you, and then 5mm ammo is really cheap. If you got the pit and you go there with some like 308 rounds and 10mm rounds and, you know, the higher value type of ammo, and break that down to 5mm, oh, you might get a 5 or even 10 to 1 return on that. I don't know what the exact numbers would be. I know it varies a little bit, but you'll get many more 5mm rounds because they expect you to spray and pray with those things, you know, and so you get more for your more bang for your buck as far as that goes. Breaking down other kinds of ammo to 5mm, you get a good return. Then when you try to turn 5mm into better ammo like 308 rounds and stuff, oh geez, the return sucks. I think you might need 1,000 5mm rounds just to make like 70 or 80 308s. I mean, it's pretty bad. Like I said, I don't know the exact numbers. I just know the return is pretty sorry. 5mm rounds are like pennies compared to dollars, really. All right. So anyway, just wanted to grab that skill book in there. Find any hollow tags. Put in my pocket. Good thing they don't weigh anything. That's something you can carry with you through the game till you finally meet that scribe that's collecting those. Kind of like the one that collects books in the library. Same type of thing. I don't think she gives you quite as big a reward, but it's something. Just to keep in mind. All right, here it is. Museum of Technology. All right, and this will be our next video. We'll go in there and clear the place out, go get our satellite dish, then we'll go fix GNR radio and go report back to 3Dog and find out where our dad's at. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Been a lot of fun. All right, you want to subscribe? Click that button up top. If you want to catch the rest of this Let's Play up to this point, click that image in the middle, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.